dude's face is fucking crazy. No, don't leave. Shit. Still says tag. Let's turn the prayers on and attack. I'm just gonna AFK it from here. I think I've got this. And with that, the Draken boss's defeat. I don't think that was the main Lord Draken. That was only Ranus Draken. Well, let's go finish this up then. Alright guys, coming in with quest complete and my new medallion along with my quest cape perks back and my achievement diary perks back. Let's see. Ooh, I think they're leaving room for a sequel here. Oh no, they're just saying Lord Draken won't be pleased about Ranus dying. I wonder what relation Ranus is to Lord Draken. And probably like cousins or brothers, or maybe it's his son. Who knows? I don't know what their relationship is, but some XP and Draken's medallion. And I'm all set for raids 2 now. Coming in from the future with a big yeah right there for being all set for raids 2, because that shit is so not on my level yet. Toss this into prayer because I think out of prayer, smithing, slayer, and construction, prayer is probably the best thing to go with. Because Iron Man, just think about it and you'll probably understand. Alright, moving on. Oh, I get more XP? How much more? Okay, let's keep using this. Probably 4 times? Oh, 3. Okay. Oh, and 7k per XP. That's handy. And then, like a month later, I decided to turn my recorder back on again. I'm going to skip the why of that and just go straight into what I'm doing here. First off, we've got the Iron Man in the top left corner, and that is collecting volcanic ash. Then from left to right, the top right corner is my Wyvern account, Dead Boxing, also the account that I use for Dead Man mode quite a bit. And then the bottom left corner is the level 3 Lotfo account, and that is simply fishing right now. Lotfo I plan on making into a range tank. And then this account, Dank Fc, this is the only account that I share, and it's shared between the clan leaders of Dank Fc. And I got their okay to turn it into an obby mauler in my free time. So what I'm doing now on it is just getting the base stats needed for barbarian fishing later, and I'm kind of doing the same thing on Lotfo, and I'd say the main attraction would be the Wyvern account and the Iron Man. I'm just, I got the screen split. Usually it's split between one account and YouTube, but when I have it split between 2 accounts, I just got the attitude of, hey, might as well go for 4 since I can't really do much with the bottom half of the screen as far as videos go, and I still have a little section on the right for YouTube. Now, does this happen often? I'm just chilling here cooking in free-to-play and somebody drops a full inventory of ruined scimitars on the ground. I haven't really played my free-to-play accounts a whole lot, but like whenever I play on Dank FC and show at the GE and cook, I usually run into like one drop party, and I'd have to say that the one that I encountered this night was the best one. It may have started with the ruined sims, but it gets better. So basically there are a bunch of ruined sims I can just go and pick up, but I'm taking my time with it and sort of letting some of the noobs get some of them, being slow intentionally on some of them, and also doing some focus to my other accounts because, they're just ruined sims. But after a little while, I start taking this drop party a little bit more seriously, and you'll see why. But unfortunately, while this drop party is going on, my other accounts have less priority, and you can see the herb over there in the top left wasn't even mining for quite a while because of that priority shift, and that's about to happen again shortly. But let's see, how much is that in ruined scimitars? They're still being dropped as well. 302k worth. That's pretty good for just cooking at the GE and free to play. Wasn't expecting that really. I think I still got most of the ruined sims because no one else really realized that there was a drop party going on until I already had half an inventory full of them. But I would say I'm starting to like playing on 4 accounts at once, especially since I'm not smoking cigarettes anymore. I find that I'm like craving some extra stimulation from the game a little bit. I haven't really been playing too much lately. I've been getting the garden going. I got a bunch of seeds planted between kale and oh, here's that drop party again. Screw the garden talk. Um, yeah, there's that gilded full helm right off the bat, and I'm like, geez, that's half a bond. This drop party can actually fund the bonds for this account's Hobby Mauler build and maybe even like some gear and whatnot as well. So far there's one gilded full helm, and I'm just doing my general drop party tricks of spam clicking my feet and throwing out an OMG so that the drop party dropper knows my appreciation. And then more and more pieces of gilded just start showing up. And unlike with the rude scimitars where I was kind of still playing on the other accounts, I straight went to like total priority on this. I'm like, okay, I'll let some rude sims go. Nice little cute drop party. Have the noobs have some fun. But I'm broke AF IRL, and yeah, full priorities going on this gilded because this is a couple mil a piece. The helm's 1.2. The plate body's like what, 6 mil or something. So yeah, full priority on free to play land, especially since my main account is so broke now too. After paying off that 100 mil debt that I owed to Nabtastic there from years and years ago. So on that boxing, I'm working with like a gear setup and no money, and now I have 16 mil or 12 mil worth of gilded, which is freaking awesome. But for some reason, I feel like this happens a lot in free to play. I'm not sure if it does. I don't play too much free to play. This is only like the second time I've like grinded out on this account, but 16 mil so far, and he's still dropping. So I'm putting my priority into this account. There's a helm and another plate body, and there's the legs. Everybody's so slow, and I feel kind of bad for it because these are noobs that really need the stuff. Like a piece of gilded's gonna go a long way for them. Might get one of these guys a bond or something, but I'm broke and I'm here, so I don't care. Because before I was counting my pennies from cooking tuna because I've been buying my tuna that I'm cooking on this account at like flip rates, buying it as low as I can and selling it as high as I can because I don't play this account often. So I've got all the time in the world to wait for the flips to go through. Oh, by the way, I never shouted out the host. The host here is Lemon Tofu. That is the person who's dropping everything, Lemon Tofu. So thank you, Lemon Tofu. If you ever end up watching this video, it was an awesome drop party. I think I ended up getting 70% of the stuff you dropped. Actually, no, I'd say more like 55%. I got like half of the stuff, but at the same time, there was a lot of stuff that I missed now that I'm looking back on the footage here. But yeah, I guess he said that he was quitting, so he was quitting, decided to drop a whole bunch of Gilded and Rune over in the free-to-play world. So I'd say that this was basically the highlight of my day, was attending a Gilded drop party. Actually, probably the highlight for June for like this, well, the highlight for this account's entire history, Dank FC's history. I mean, aside from the clan stuff, of course, but money making wise, this is the most this account's ever made in one night. Uh, I think that tops like most of my other accounts too, because I ended up getting 30-ish mil in total from the Gilded, because as you'll see shortly here, he dropped some more Gilded things. I got a couple of Gilded swords and a couple of Gilded other pieces that went by fast there that was zoomed, but occasionally you'll see something fly into my inventory. But here I am trading it off to my main account because Dank FC isn't secure. Not that I don't trust my clan members or anything, it's just that we can't have an authenticator on a shared account. That just wouldn't really work. So I'm gonna hold the big bulk of money on my main for now, or not my main, but my alt dead boxing. And when the time comes to bond that account and throw a berserker necklace or two on it, Navi Mall on it, I'm just going to keep it there, but also that account's not really ready to have that gear yet. It's still free to play. It hasn't even done any barb fishing. It needs a bond and like some time over at Otto's Lake before I toss any of that stuff on it. So I figure I'm just going to leave the money on my main and flip with it because I know how to flip in the GE and use that money to make more money. And rather than have it, sitting idle on an account that has no authenticator, I'm going to put it on the account that does have an authenticator with membership that can flip and turn that 7 mil into 20 mil or whatever by the time that account is actually ready. Then while this rendered, I caught some chins and I'm getting ready to do some more Saradomin God Wars on the Iron Man, so get ready for some footage on that. I won't be doing the 4 account thing again until I am doing something AFK on the Iron Man. And then when the Iron Man is finally maxed, I think is when I'll end up bonding the 2 alts to start making a range tank and an Obby Mauler. I'm going to use the Bodhi method of cannoning the range level for the range tank and then train some defense somehow, probably through questing. I'll look at what quests I can do to get some defense XP without getting any HP XP, and then should be able to be fairly powerful, take out some black chin bots in the wilderness or something. Hunting chins is what gave me the idea to get such builds going on, actually, because I see the peers out there all the time. And then Dead Man mode is coming up in the near future. Honestly, I don't know. For Dead Man mode, I might have the time. It's all up to when they release when the date is, and then I'll know whether or not I'll have the time for it or not. So when they let us know, I'll let you know. Alright, and that wraps it up for this video. So peace, guys. Thanks for listening.